Picture this. You wake up, feeling the sun hit you through the tall trees of the Congo rainforest. You feel your hands touch the ground. You're dazed and confused. You look around at your surroundings, wondering how you got there. You don't see anything, just a bunch of trees with the sounds of birds chirping. But then you hear rustling from a nearby bush. The sound from the bush is getting louder and louder, and you hear branches snapping with ease. You could tell something big is coming through those bushes. You sit there in fear as the noise gets closer and closer, and eventually you find out what that noise was. A 400-pound western lowland gorilla emerging from the bushes, and it's making direct eye contact with you. It's not 10 feet from you, staring through your soul. What do you do? Well, today, that's what we're going to find out. If you encounter the big bad silverback, what the hell are you supposed to do? Be it in the rainforests of Africa, zoos of America, or in your own house. I'm going to give you information on what to do at these certain situations. Honestly, I just want to make an excuse to make another gorilla video, and I want to learn more stuff about them, so I'm just going to do this video so we can learn together. Sound good, everybody? Let's do it. Let's start off with saying, what if you fell into your local zoo in the gorilla exhibit? What the heck do you do? Well, first off, for God's sakes, don't run! Although gorillas aren't predators, so you running doesn't trigger a prey running away to a gorilla, but a gorilla takes running as a challenge. So a gorilla is taking you running as basically saying that you're better than that gorilla. So no running. Next, calm the hell down. Really calm. In and out. Don't breathe heavy and rapid. It could be taken as a sign of aggression from the gorilla. So what you need to do next is crouch down, breathe slowly, and don't run, and make sure you don't make eye contact. Just look in any other direction or just look at the ground. Anything but the gorilla's eyes. Doing this should be enough time for the zookeepers to come in and help you and get you out there safely. But what if you don't listen to what I just said and, I don't know, I'll say this. Don't do this. Please don't. You run around like a madman, pounding your chest and staring into the gorilla's eyes. Again, don't do this. But say you did for science purposes here. Well, there is a slim chance the gorilla actually does get spooked by you. But that is a very, very slim chance. But it is possible. But the likely scenario is the gorilla charges you and strikes you down with huge force. Now, if you're not dead from blunt force trauma or internal bleeding, say you just got the wind knocked out of you, you got a concussion and a broken collarbone, but you're on your back and the silverback is standing over you, mogging you. At this point, and I need to reiterate this again, don't do this. Don't do this. You either have to do two things. If you are immobile to move and you're just kind of winded, just lie down, avoid eye contact, play dead. It should leave you alone. But if you can still somehow move your body, this is what we're gonna do. Sit up on your ass, avoid eye contact, and try to act like a gorilla. Not pounding your chest, just sitting down on your ass, grabbing some grass and nearby plants, sniffing them, take a few bites of them, and show the gorilla you're not a threat, and show him that he is the alpha and he doesn't need to murk you. And this should be enough time for a zookeeper to come in and save your dumb ass. So you're saved, hopefully. But what if you're in the gorilla's wild habitat? What would happen then? Now, if you meet a gorilla species in the wild, a few different things can happen. For one, if it's a solo gorilla, yes, even a silverback, it will likely run away because humans hunt a lot of gorillas in the wild. So even if you and a group of your friends see a wild gorilla and you want to be friendly with it, there's a good chance it dips and gets the hell out. But, if they're a family of gorillas, that's a different story. As I said above, if you don't crouch down, avoid eye contact with a wild gorilla, it will likely charge at you. But if you do what I said, it shouldn't do anything to you. It might come up to you, might sniff you and your group of friends, and then leave you alone. If not, it'll just avoid you entirely. That's what will happen. But if you do the thing I said above, as in running around like a madman, pounding your chest, staring into their eyes, if you do that to a wild gorilla with their family around, there is a much, much higher chance they will just straight up kill you. Now, I don't think they would kill you instantly. They'd probably just bluff charge you first, maybe strike you. However, these are also wild gorillas and not in zoos. They're not domesticated, and they think you're trying to kill them because they're used to humans killing them. So it's more likely it kills you in the wild than it kills you in a zoo. But that is only if it continues to attack you, which, I mean, if you're going up to a gorilla and you're just freaking taunting it, man, you had it coming. I'm sorry, you had it coming. But let's just say for a second, it doesn't club you in the head and kill you, or just knock you out. What if it just grabs you and starts dragging you around like a rag doll? If this happens, it's gonna sound bad, but just play dead. If a gorilla realizes it's dragging something that isn't fighting and is giving up, it will stop. Now, it's mostly roughly the same for every gorilla species if you encounter them in the wild. However, there is one gorilla subspecies that will give you a different reaction than the other three. That is the species that is the cross river gorillas who live in the border of Nigeria and Cameroon. They are extremely rare, and there's actually only one Cross River gorilla in captivity, because that is how rare they are. There's only 300 left in the wild, and they are critically endangered. And if you manage to see these gorillas, which is like a 0.000000001% chance, because it's 300 in a country you most likely don't live if you're watching this video, if they see you, these gorillas are the most prone to getting hunted and poached by humans. That is why there's only 300 of them left. So these gorillas kind of evolved differently than a little bit of the other gorillas. Yes, other gorillas like mountain gorillas, the western lowland gorillas, do get poached and hunted, but there are still a good amount of western lowland gorillas, and there's still over 1,000 mountain gorillas. These gorillas are near extinction, so they are evolutionary afraid of humans. Even if you just sit there, standing there, they will not go near you. What will likely happen, even if you just walk by them unprovoked, they will start throwing projectiles at you. I'm talking sticks and clumps of dirt, like a tank from Left 4 Dead, where they just pick up the rocket they're gonna throw you. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. So even if you are friendly and you want to help these gorillas, the best thing to do to help these gorillas is just not go near them. Because, for the love of God, officials from Nigeria and Cameroon and WWF are actually all working together to make sure these gorillas don't go extinct. So there's already people there that are trying to help them. There's good people in Nigeria and Cameroon trying to help these poor gorillas. So don't go trekking for them. Don't do it. If you want to go trekking for a gorilla, I suggest you just go to the mountain gorillas in Rwanda, because there's a lot there, tons of trekkers, and they're pretty friendly things. But the Cross River gorillas, you going near it only endangers them. It's just being selfish. It really is. It's just being selfish if you want to go see these gorillas. They're endangered. Leave them be. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, what if by chance, like a hypothetical, like a gorilla just spawned in your house, like those Gorilla Glue commercials where they just spawn in your house? What if a gorilla just spawned in your house? What the hell do you do? Now, if a gorilla went up and spawned inside your house, it would be pretty terrifying. But in a realistic scenario, you would just call Animal Control or the nearby zoo to come pick up the 400-pound primate. So, the problem is solved. But that's no fun. Let's say you're stuck in your house for a day with a silverback gorilla. Well, to start off, that's not your house anymore. That's the gorilla's house. And of course, you gotta do the usual, avoid eye contact and crouch. But after that, you just gotta act like a gorilla. So yes, in your own house, you're gonna need to get on your hands and knees and trot around on hardwood floor, acting like a gorilla. Calmly, I will say. Doing the usual sniffing and mostly just lying around is the safest way possible to handle the situation. Any nearby pets should be fine unless your dog goes ballistic. That can be an issue, but if all your animals just keep to themselves, it should be alright. Gorillas in the wild are used to being around other wildlife that are not trying to kill them, so they're fine with that wildlife. So as long as your pets aren't trying to harm the gorilla, which, if it did, do you have a 600-pound Siberian tiger in your house? Not judging, just asking. I know you're watching this, Mike. But after that, you're all good. Well, besides the gorilla owning your house. But other than that, you should be A-okay. That day should fly by like nothing. It probably won't fly by like nothing, but whatever. You survived and lived to tell the tale. And that's all I have to say if you encounter a gorilla in certain situations. I thought I'd just make this video because I thought it'd be a quick one. A little information, maybe some entertainment. You know what to do if you're in a situation with a gorilla. So don't panic. Don't act like a fool. Act like this. Do this. Because, for God's sakes, if you're gonna get a gorilla killed if you act crazy. Anyway, that's all I gotta say for that. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please enjoy the rest of your day. See you, and goodbye.